Yo, what is going on, guys? We're on a little walk here. I'm gonna try to find a little bench to film something. I am that guy with a tripod walking in the woods. So let's go find that spot. And I have got a topic about the 5 things that I've been struggling with personally on my diet right now, and we're about 10 days out. So I don't expect these things to go away anytime soon, but at least if you're gonna do something like this, you know that you might experience some of these things as well. So let's get into it. That wasn't worth it. I am here at a little park by my apartment. I wanted to film another video today, conveniently about some side effects with the diet so far. I had already planned on filming this talk, but today actually was probably the hardest day on prep so far. It didn't feel so much physical as it was mental, so I'll kind of get into that a little bit later, but I just want to talk about the 5 hardest things for me personally, and I'll kind of just jump right into it. So the first one, which is one, and most of these really happen almost every day, but the first one's obvious, being hungry all the time, being on like a 1,650 calorie diet for the past few weeks. Before that, it was like 1,750 or something, but at the end of the day, like, my body likes to be at 185 pounds or so, and so being at 160 where I'm at now, I'm just not used to it. I feel that satiety immediately after I eat, but it doesn't last long, and I basically spend from when I wake up to when I'm at going to bed thinking about food and just being hungry in general. And this one is to be expected. It's not unbearable. You sort of kind of get used to it, and it just reassures you that this isn't something that is going to be sustainable long term. But hunger, number 1. Number 2 is lethargy, just every day, being a little bit sluggish mentally, physically, everything just kind of moving in slow motion some days. Today especially, the hardest thing was just how lethargic I felt. I did feel like everything was moving in slow motion. I couldn't lift the weights that I wanted to. It wasn't just a physical block, it was like a mental block in a way as well. It wasn't like that you can't do it. It was just like, I don't want to be doing this right now. And so I actually this is the first time I ended up cutting one of my workouts short, just because I needed to listen to myself saying, like, pump the brakes, just relax a little bit for the rest of the day. The third thing would be irritableness. And fortunately, my roommate and I have got a good system. There's not a whole lot of distractions, not a whole lot of things that'll set me off. But today at the gym, there were just like people on the machines that I wanted to use. Like, it was like, I want to use this one, it was being used. I went to the next one, it was being used. And normally I'd just be like, all right, I'll figure out another machine to use or whatever. But for whatever reason, I was just like frustrated and like upset, as if it was like their fault for wanting to use the machine. So little things like that, things being out of place. I cleaned more on this prep than ever before. I just like want to feel like I have some sort of control. So as we got a crew behind here, one that might be a little bit more unique to me is I already have like relatively low blood pressure. So I get lightheaded sometimes after sitting down for too long, and you might experience this sometimes too. So after you lay down or sit down for too long, you get up, you get a little lightheaded, your vision might go a little bit. But that happens, at least at this point in the diet, it's happening all the time. And that can be attributed to blood pressure, it can be attributed to low sodium levels, it can be attributed to not enough water. But I'm drinking about 2 gallons of water a day, and I'm getting a lot of sodium, including a bunch of pickles, as you guys saw from the last video. So that's got to do with my blood pressure a little bit. But I will literally, like, I'll sit down, try to be doing work, and I'll get up to go to the bathroom, and my vision will almost entirely go, and I'll sometimes have to just like hold on to something to make sure I don't bump into anything or whatever. It sounds terrible, but it's okay. But lightheadedness is something that I every single day, and looking forward to not having to do that anymore. The last one that I struggle with is sleep, and I would say sleep is one of the most important things to make sure you're staying consistent with, especially if you're going on a diet like this. And I would say for the most part, I've been doing well about going to bed early and waking up on a consistent schedule. So it's not like that part is struggling. It's more so I wake up probably 3 or 4 times a night. And if you've done something like a diet like this before, you know, you're drinking a lot of water. I wake up to go to the bathroom like 4 times a night. And it's just, it's like, so I haven't slept through the night one time in the past like 3 weeks or so. Again, it's one of those things that's temporary, so it's okay to deal with, but it is just frustrating when like you get up and you're like, it's not like you can just go back to bed. You're like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So that's the 5th and the last struggles of the diet. And I think all things considered, out of watching other people go through diet training, stuff like that, I think I've got it very easy in comparison. Due to the circumstances, I am not working a 9-to-5 job, so I can go to the gym when I want to go to the gym. I can pretty much eat meals when I want to eat meals. So I do think I have it very lucky, and I'm very fortunate, or I'm very grateful for that. So I think, you know, if I were to do this again in the future when my schedule is a little less flexible, it would be a lot harder. So I'm trying to have a good attitude about it all. And also just want to give a shout out to my roommate, making it a lot easier to do this prep. He's also doing the diet with me, so there aren't snacks laying around and he's not, you know, ordering takeout. It's just a lot easier to do the diet, so thank you for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I am going to finish this walk up to try to get a little bit more exercise in by the end of the night, and I'm going to try to throw this video up by the end of the day. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.